This is Raghu. So TaxiForSure is a company which is there to solve the commute problem that people face in finding taxis, hailing taxis, have a safe and secure travel, right? And price and transparency, right? So that's essentially what we really do. So the way we work is we partner with existing taxi operators in the city. We don't buy our own fleet of cars. We don't essentially become competition to the existing taxi operators in the city, but we partner with them and provide a single point of access for customers to book taxis with us. Right. So the realistic case is if someone wants to find a taxi from Banjara Hills, right, they might have to really probably call up 3 or 4 taxi operators, or probably much more than that, to find one taxis. And that's the problem that we are trying to address. Right. So instead of calling multiple taxi operators to find one taxis, people have to just call TaxiForSure or use our app to book a taxis. And since we work with all the taxi operators in the city, and the probability of finding the taxi with TaxiForSure would be the highest, right? Instead of trying to call too many people, you can get a taxi by calling only one, and that's essentially what we bring to the table. So TaxiForSure is in the business of addressing the commute problem in the city. When we started doing the market research in every city, what we figured out was people want an instant commute, right? And people are price sensitive. So what people really want is value for money. Right? So when we scouted the market, what we realized was there are more number of hatchbacks compared to sedans, more number of sedans compared to SUVs, and more number of SUVs compared to the luxury segment, right? And if your value proposition to the customer is availability of taxis, then what we need to really do is to go after the maximum available taxis, right? And the hatchbacks, thankfully, are a value for price or value for money category, right? And that's the reason we chose the hatchback category, not the sedan category. But we don't really stop only at the hatchback category. There are people who are going to the airports who would have more number of luggages, probably railway station, bus station, and stuff like that. They'll have luggages. So aggregate the sedan category also. And a hatchback and a sedan cannot probably accommodate more than 4 people. In order to accommodate more people, we get into the SUV category as well. So our service ranges across hatchback, sedan, and the SUVs. But the primary thing is to solve the availability problem. We're after the maximum availability supply, which is the hatchback category.
Okay. So finally, when it is going to launch on the market, how to book the vehicles, exact date?
So we are already soft launched in Hyderabad, right? So we soft launched in Hyderabad on June 2nd. So it's already operational. And so what we are doing currently is we just wanted to understand what are the pain points that the operators, drivers, and the customers have, whether all the systems and processes are working in place and not. So now we are confident that everything is working. So once we flag off today, so this is when all the customers in Hyderabad would get to know.
Okay. So interaction with you, as in from if any customer calls you, so we can book through calls only, or we can go for a website or any apps.
Currently, there are 4 ways to book a taxi through TaxiForSure. One is obviously the phone call, the 40 40 90 90 number. The second one is the website. Right. The third is the M site. On your mobile phone, you can open up m.taxiforsure.com. Right. The fourth mode is the app mode. So we have got our consumer app across the 3 operating systems: iOS, Android, and the Windows 8 platform. Right. And the app is the most preferred mode, primarily because you don't have to really do much. 3 clicks and you get a taxi.